busy.
Busy.
Been out sweeping and hot tubbing again.
Growing radishes.
Watching your lettuce.
Yeah. No, work. Everyone else seems to be suffering from it. I'm getting fucking loads.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You just filming, I don't know, funerals instead of weddings now?
Yeah. It's growing in popularity.
Oh, yeah. Got to capture that moment of uncontrollable grief.
Yeah. Put a face mask on the camera.
Yeah, I saw a ghost last time I was at a funeral. Ghost of the guy we were burying.
Oh.
So that was intense. Yeah. It's a good old ghost thing. Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
Out the gate. You don't?
No.
Is this another God thing where you're wrong? Oh, no, like, yeah, I totally believe in ghosts, but it's not the supernatural way.
Yeah.
It's just your brain projecting.
Yeah,
So-
I believe in hallucinations.
Well, it's more than a hallucination, although I guess it is probably just a hallucination. But it's that, it's your mind's eye, I guess. So I guess you could argue hallucinations, but ghosts just fit so much better.
Yeah.
But I've known people who've gone on ghost hunts, which is obviously doesn't fit into my definition of a ghost.
No.
You can't hunt your own mind.
Did you see that?
Deep dark
No?
church. Oh, I've got loads of ads recently. I don't know why, but for Shudder, for these like scary stories, and there was for these scary films. It's like the Amazon section of horror films is Shudder, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, they're always like, oh, we always get these questions about all these cursed films that we're making and all this spooky stuff that happens. It's like, fuck. It's one thing to try and make films that are scary and supernatural, but another one to do like a behind the scenes of the ghost that was haunting the filming of the ghost.
Oh yeah, I always find that weird when there's so many stories about like haunted film sets.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, we were filming, I don't know, Poltergeist, and there was a poltergeist. Like, no, there wasn't.
Fucking poltergeist popped along.
Suddenly
Weird.
it's a documentary. Fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been on that much, but like the idea of like people who've seen ghosts, you go like, yeah, you've definitely seen a ghost. It's just doesn't exist outside of your own mind,
Yeah.
I guess. It's just your way of kind of processing stuff. The same way you imagine, I don't know, that life's worth living, you probably imagine that, oh, there's a ghost there. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Ghosts! Who knew we'd go there?
Yeah. Right.
I think
out
I
the
told
gate.
the story about, I went cave, what do they call it? Cave tubing? No. I went into a cave.
Potholing?
It's a whole thing. Maybe potholing. Yeah, we went in through a pothole, so that probably makes sense. But yeah, like we were walking through it and I hallucinated a sheepdog. And
Right.
it freaked me the fuck out. Where there's a sheepdog, there's sheep. Quick! Get out! But yeah, it was just my eyes adjusting to the dark, and there was a white patch merging with a black patch, and
Yeah.
for some reason it was a dog, and for some reason it terrified me.
Well, I think your
I
head
screamed
will
and was
always
like, oh,
try
it's
and make, like, add a narrative to the things that you see. Like, even if it's just flashes of light, it'll try and form them into something that makes sense to you, because that's your hunting instinct, I guess. You're looking for things in the grass.
Well, that and just everything, right? I mean, everyone's looking for meaning in everything, so their brains get to interpret. I had a thought about that this week, about signs and how signs... People, like, joke about people seeing signs in things. It's like, well, I mean, if you take it literally, when you see a stop sign, you don't see an octagon. Like, you see a message.
Yeah.
And it's not just even if there's no text, you understand the message. It's the same, your brain's just doing the same thing with everything around you, trying to justify your existence. Like, oh, well, there's a stop sign there. Yeah, I don't have to get divorced now. You know, just see how everything goes.
Yeah.
The mystical world
Of stop signs and shapes and sheepdogs.
Ghosts, stop signs. But yeah, embrace the ghosts. I
Yeah.
say, embrace the hallucinations. Probably not good advice for everybody. But
No, I
yeah.
think some people take it too seriously.
Yeah, and just, you know, there's obviously some voices you probably shouldn't listen to. Well, there are, definitely. But, like,
Yeah.
if there's an image before you, try and explore it. Just do it in a safe way. The more you know.
I think all
Yeah.
voices should be heard. You don't want to listen to them and kind of like take on board every kind of little instinct that's coming out the back of your head. But like, you shouldn't shut the door on them. That's how you end up in fucking therapy.
Maybe, but again, it's contextual, isn't it? There's a time and a place. That whole thing about manning up is like, it's not man up forever.
Yeah.
It's not like hold in your pain until you die. It's like, no, just don't do it right now because there's other things you need to deal with.
Yeah.
Once that's done, go to Legoland or something, cry your eyes out.
Just finish the shopping and then...
Yeah. I'm crying at Legoland. I think they put them together and this is what they make. Oh my God. Yeah.
I read that.
But yeah, other than that, you've been good week apart from work?
Sorry, went completely blank there. Yeah, no.
Nothing. There's nothing inside me.
No, it's just you said Lego. I read this week that the Chinese government have put out a film, like a short film mocking America, and it's made out of like Lego men, and it's mocking the American the way they've dealt with the pandemic or something like that. Like ha 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 ha. Like that's a weird thing to do for the government.
You're Lego, mate. Cheers. I guess.
Yeah.
Multicolored bricks.
Yeah.
Follow the instructions. Never follow the instructions. It's weird, yeah. There was a massive bucket that was made for Lego. And that was just, this is your Lego bucket. They only do that with Lego and chicken.
Yeah, and everything
you've got these spare bits.
Every accessory that's for Lego is shaped like Lego. Like, you can't just have a bucket. It's got to be a bucket that looks like a Lego brick or something.
Yeah. It's got to enhance the brand.
Yeah.
Of people trying to put their lives together.
Did you have Lego sets?
Yeah. Yeah, Lego sets. Because I had a big bucket of Lego.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think all of my... I definitely had Lego sets at some point. But mostly, I just had a great... You know what a curver box is?
No.
No, it's like just a big square plastic box with two handles in it.
Okay. A box.
Yeah, a plastic box.
Okay.
They used to be called curver boxes. I think it was a brand. I'm not sure. Like I had just one of those, like full to the brim with Lego. Like fucked if I could find like a set in it because everything just got broken down and then thrown into this box. And you just But it was more fun to just make shit without the instructions and all that.
Yeah, I don't think I ever made a set piece.
Yeah,
really. I barely did that with the like model planes and stuff. I think I did a few of those. And
I had so many of those that were like half done. I think I got halfway through them and just got bored.
This plane is now a septic tank. I don't know how it got there, but I just glued shit together and this is where I am now.
Yeah.
It's weird how dangerous that stuff was when you think about it. Lego, everyone choked on.
Yeah.
And the model airplanes, all the paint would kill you.
If you can't survive a play date with Lego, then you shouldn't be in the world.
Okay. Fair enough.
Weeding out the weak.
Yeah, this kid was killed by a Millennium Falcon. A Millennium Falcon? No, Lego Millennium Falcon.
But also, like,
fuck that.
Lego's a bit too old for kids that should be worrying about choking hazards. Like, if you're giving like a 3-year-old a piece by piece set of like the Millennium Falcon or Treasure Island or some shit, they're not going to be able to put that shit together. Give them Duplo. That's why they made Duplo, because it's fucking massive.
Well, you're a younger sibling, aren't you? I think it's like if you have younger children rolling around, they might choke on it, I guess, is the logical, boring answer.
Yeah.
So it's... So how's your week been other than work?
Fine. How's yours?
Fine. Little bit of mental nonsense again. I think it's just like the curve up and then down and then up and then down. And I got screwed over with my internet this week. I just didn't have internet for a week.
Wow.
So just like all that isolationness of like, well, I could still, look online and look at Instagram stories and try and figure those out. Like, no. So I was just without it. I was just like twiddling my thumbs, slowly going insane.
Yeah.
But I just went outside even more, breaching lockdown quarantine rules. Oh, I went in an empty field twice today. Okay.
Well, that's all right.
I'm a rebel.
The amount of people I was driving home from work today, and the streets were filled, man. Like every 20 feet there was another family walking. I was like, I'm pretty sure this is like, if you're doing this, go to work. You know what I mean? Like it just seems odd.
Yeah, I haven't seen because like I haven't seen any lockdown breaches really of like loads of people stood close together or anything. But I haven't really been into the city centres or anything. I've just stayed in my little quiet little suburb.
Yeah, well, you're on a similar kind of estate that I am, with the similar kind of people, I think.
Yeah.
And like,
well, yeah.
But I think they from my experience, apart from the older generation, they all seem to have some like quite a laissez-faire attitude to social distancing and all of that stuff. Like,
yeah,
I was at work. I was at work, and there's a guy that works with us. He's 70 years old, and a customer came in and coughed on him. It's like on him,
like intentionally.
Not intentionally. Just I don't know if he didn't catch it in time or whatever. But it's like, if I'm gonna cough, I know I'm gonna cough.
Yeah, and the reflex anyway is to cover your mouth. Maybe it's not with your elbow, whatever, your armpit, whatever you meant to use.
Yeah,
but yeah, you meant to do that.
It's just strange. And at the shop, I keep having this thing where like I'm standing in a queue who are all kind of like 2 meters apart, 6 feet, or what the fuck ever, and I always end up with the person that's like behind me, and they insist on like just queuing normally, and I try and move away from them, and they move closer, thinking I'm moving forward, and I like just
you've got to discover your inner Nick, mate.
I know. Right, and the amount of time I've had to stop myself from fucking shouting at people in the street.
It's so good, though. It's so good. Just because, like, you can't argue back, and then if they're going to argue back, then it becomes something even more ridiculous. And you're perfectly justified in doing what you're in yelling at somebody. Like, I went to a large supermarket a while ago, and I had to queue outside. And so the queue was going around the building, and someone tried to join the new queue by standing at the front and walking side by side everybody on the way back.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, I had to stop them and be like, no, go around, you cunt.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, it's a nice little release. Like, I had to go full on cunt because it was obvious that she was just completely oblivious. And then, I just had to go around. People don't think.
I was outside. This is the first time I've ever had this, right? I was outside work. Using my vape today on like a break, and the way it's working at the minute is that everyone gets served at the door, no one comes into the store, so there's people queuing at the door. I'm standing like the bit where we go for a smoke or a vape or what the fuck ever is like 30-40 feet away from the door, so I was standing over there minding my own business, just like looking at my phone and hating my life, and there was a guy at the front of the queue who'd walked to the store with his wife. Like, there's no houses anywhere near, so fuck knows where he'd walked from. And he looked over from me and had to yell because I wasn't within talking distance while I was vaping. It's like, can you do that downwind, please? Like,
okay.
Like, he was like, you know what that does, don't you? It's like, I just walked off. Like, I didn't engage because I was still in uniform. So it's like, well,
respecting the company.
Yeah. But
his tensions are high. He probably found his inner Nick. Was just like, you know what? Fuck that guy.
Maybe, but like,
no.
I would have had to do like a whole fucking thing, like all the way around him for like 40 feet. It would have just taken half an hour to stand downwind from him. It was stupid.
Yeah. No, I had the same thing. I think when I don't know why it's always stuck with me, but there's a few little things where I think I was on a train and I had sprained my ankle, so I had my leg up on the chair of the opposite train seat, and this old man was like, really like, I don't think that's very polite to you. I was like, I didn't have the energy to argue with the guy. I was on like 18-hour shifts.
Yeah.
I'll just put my sprained ankle on the floor again.
Yeah.
And then hobble off the train. Just tensions high, wanting to scream at people.
I've never had any issue putting my feet up on a train. I don't have a problem with that. I accept that trains are inherently filthy.
It's not if you're not muddy, then it's just.
Yeah, if you've not got like wet shoes or if you're not like walking through shit, then I don't care if you put your feet on a chair. If it's there, have at it.
Yeah, but there's some people who don't like pressing elevator buttons, so I think like there's a whole different spectrum of people's germophobia or whatever that's just completely irrational. It's like, oh, okay, well, fine. I just didn't have the energy to argue with the guy that day, and I always regret it. I should have screamed at him.
Yeah.
would have been, I've sprained my ankle.
Yeah.
Going to some kind of weird tirade in a public transport.
Yeah.
Could be fun. But yeah, so yeah, weird mental health thing this week. No internet. Not paranoia, but just like, just need to go outside. Again, it's just energy. It's just, but trying to figure out a way to get to the level of energy intensity that I can. And the only thing that I can do that I can think of is running. But I can't run until I've done like 10 other steps of things in my life that are less intense. Just because like last time I did it, I fucked up my bridge, I forget what it's called, but plantar fasciitis or parna fasciitis.
Oh, I hate
whatever
that
it's
stuff.
called.
Yeah, I've had that before.
It's so horrific. I'm
plantar
never doing that.
fasciitis. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's the arch of the foot, isn't it?
Yeah, underneath. And it's just like, I did that because I started running while I was overweight. And it's just like, I can't do that again. So I need to lose like 15 kilos to run. But in order to lose the 15 kilos, you need to find some kind of exercise. It's a whole little tree thing.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing I can think of that can release the energy that I need to, really.
Well, you've got...
Because before I go swimming, I go to the gym.
But you've got a cross trainer, haven't you? Doesn't that alleviate that?
I do, but it clicks and it doesn't get as intense as I need it to. That's the thing. It's like a bicycle machine. Unless it's an RPM bike, then it's like you can't get to the speed or the intensity that you need when you're like really trying to push something.
Yeah.
And the weights thing is too short-lived for the energy that I want to expel. I just want to swim, basically. If I can swim or I can go out and, I don't know, do something. So, yeah, still building towards that.
There's a reservoir, like, down the road from you, and nobody's out at the minute.
People underneath. Yeah. Yeah, apparently those people died in there.
Really?
That's what I heard.
A
mutual
did they get
friend of ours
sucked
told us.
into, like, a turbine or something?
Yeah.
That's...
Which could be fun. That could be an interesting day out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could go wild swimming, I guess. But, like, no, there's not that much... just feels irresponsible. I'm still being responsible. Which is just, I started to feel like, we've been doing this long enough. Fuck it.
I think that's where everyone's at now. I think that's why everyone's, like, just going out and being like, fuck it.
But then I know people who've been personally affected by it, and it's like, well, yeah, it's still the right thing to stay on lockdown. It's just against human nature. It's just completely against human nature.
We're nomads, man. Like, we're meant to wander.
Yeah, but are you still feeling like tickety boo, we'll call it?
I'm fine. Like, I'm really fine. Like, this... I was saying again today, like, the only thing that's getting on my nerves is the new habits that we're getting into that won't mean anything once it's all over. Like, I don't mind taking on, like, new habits that are actually beneficial. Like, it's more important now, I think, to kind of keep your space tidy or whatever, because you got to be in it all the time. That it makes sense. But fucking... We're like washing down, like wiping down, like stuff we bought from the store with disinfectant and all of that shit, and it's just like it's a fucking ball ache. That shit is irritating. The extra steps it's taken to like get stuff into the fridge and whatever.
You're disinfecting stuff that you're putting in your fridge.
Antibacterial stuff,
Right. Well, I guess that whole OCD thing. I guess.
Yeah.
This is
what having a wife does to you, because I would never have even bothered.
You start pouring bleach on your bananas.
I wouldn't have thought of doing it. But yeah.
She might just be trying to kill you. You know, we should probably put a load of arsenic on the outside of this apple. And then give it to a princess who's living with 7 dwarves. Whatever was that sleeping? No. Yeah, Snow White. Didn't she go into a coma, didn't she?
Yeah, and then some bloke came up and made out with her. So she was in a glass coffin for some weird reason.
I want to watch her rot.
She was in a greenhouse.
She's but wasn't that Sleeping Beauty as well? I don't remember Sleeping Beauty, but I'm assuming she was asleep.
I wasn't asked about that.
Disney just had loads of unconscious women lying around for plot lines. Fair enough. Yeah. All right. Anyway, so interesting weeks, I guess.
Yeah.
Still trying to figure out some other creative stuff to do. Got some ideas and try and plow along with them, but just can't. I'm still trying to figure out how to function in social media, because I think you more so than I are more capable of fitting in, I think, with the normal society. right? Like, you could probably feel... I know you probably haven't. I haven't checked, but last week you said you haven't taken any photos of your tomato plants or whatever, and you're not posting it to, like, do that. But
so,
if you were to, I think it would feel a little bit natural if you didn't know that I was going to absolutely destroy you for it.
Well, that's just it. Like, I've taken some since as things have started growing, but not for posting. I've just kept them.
I'll keep these.
Just as like progress.
Yeah. But like, just like, there's so many stupid, and probably less so now, but just interacting with things on social media.
So this is why you get a wife. Because when you get those urges to kind of take pictures of milestones or something, they suggest it and they do it, and then you had nothing to do with it, so you're not a douche.
You're just using her as a human shield of social ethics.
Wasn't me. Yeah.
I didn't buy that blue woolly hat that I always wear.
Yeah.
That was my wife.
But I do love it.
I was blaming it on my dog. Oh yeah, the dog taught me how to play the ukulele. She was like, "Oh," she was like, "Woof." I was like, "All right, fine." Jeez, stop nagging. Jeez. Yeah, but I just can't, like, the amount of stuff I'm trying to engage a little bit more. When I say engage, I haven't gone the extra mile of actually talking to anybody.
Yeah.
But just looking at what other social media people do, and I just, like, I can't. It's just my own little sickening, horrific thing. I mean, I'll try and think of an example. So, let's say that you did take photos of your plants and put them up. There would be responses of, like, from people on both of our friends lists who'd be like, "Oh, that's really nice. You know, I've been thinking about doing that kind of thing. Oh, yeah. It's really self-sustaining. That's kind of nice. You should try it with this recipe." That whole interaction makes me angry. And I don't know why. It's just, that's normal conversation. And I don't fit into normal conversation. It's not my fault and not intentional.
Yeah, I guess it's like, the trouble is, at the minute, the only thing you can really engage in is normal conversation. If you can engage in anything, like, there's not much else you can engage in. So it's like, well, you either get used to it or you don't converse.
Well, the same thing is talking about traffic. Oh no, the weather. Oh, isn't the weather bad today? Yeah. Like, for a lot of people, that's a standard conversation piece.
I hate the small talk shit, though, to be fair.
Yeah. But it's just, if it's small talk about what you want to talk about, then I think you will kind of engage. But there's just, for me, it's just like, I don't know why I find it frustrating. I think it's just the energy. I reckon I've just got a lot of energy, which is probably because of, consuming sugar raw for my whole life. But also just, like, size and hormones. I think I'm quite hormonally aggressive, like bald and chest hair and back hair or whatever, and just whatever that hormones means. It's just, I can't, the level of energy required for small talk is just beyond what I can do. So, like, people will be talking about something nice and gentle and stuff like that, and if I were to start conversing about it, it would be a level of anger that people wouldn't be wanting. So I'd just be the weird guy. Yeah, I'd just be the weird guy being, I don't know, the sun's exploding. So how are the kids? I can't. It angers me because we're trying to release that energy, I guess. I just can't do it. And it's the same with social media. It's just, I'm the inappropriate person. And it's just born within me, I think, just to be not appropriate in a lot of social situations. And that obviously doesn't work in a lot of social situations. Yeah. Only with a very rare minority. So I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm also it's resulting in a lot of me typing things and not sending it because I was like, no, it sounds quite aggressive. He's probably just being nice. He's probably just trying to do something. I mean, I saw a post in a podcast forum about somebody saying, "So what's stopping you from creating a podcast?" And I was just like, well, you're posting it in a podcast forum for people who've created podcasts. What a stupid fucking question. And then it's just like, no, it's fine. He's just doing it to play the social media game or whatever. But it can't have a conversation without it turning aggressive. Yeah. So I'll figure it out. Yeah. Do some kind of,
sure you'll get there.
Roast.
Never.
Anyway, on to the news. Stoke-on-Trent's had some drama this week.
Really?
There's been heartbreak as a Stoke-on-Trent lockdown thief smashed his way through a tropical fish shop.
Oh, no.
It's hilarious though, isn't it? It's not like, oh, those poor fish. Just I think smashing an aquarium is hilarious.
I've got like a bit of a.
You got a soft fish heart.
Yeah.
I think it's just the image of
the image of it is very good
insane.
if it's in a movie or something. But
yeah, say there was no fish in them, and it was just an aquarium, and he was going around just like
that's
smash,
great.
bang,
That's fine. I
great.
completely understand that. Yeah.
But when you add the fish victims, I guess it becomes a bit too much. Business owner Liz Johnson has been left heartbroken after a callous yob smashed into her shop and stole 250 quid from the till. Oh, maybe some good news. Maybe he didn't smash aquariums. I think he smashed a door. After rushing to the scene, Liz checked her CCTV and found a thief had smashed through the door with bolt cutters.
Oh.
Smashed through a door with bolt cutters. That doesn't make any sense.
No.
They must have used bolt cutters and then smashed through the door. I don't know. I was at home and had a call from the police who were here with the forensics and dogs after someone had put the door through. Now, were they the police dogs or were they dogs in this tropical fish shop that she was selling as well?
Dog
must have been a police dog. Fetch! He could be seen on the CCTV peering through the window. He walked past, put the door through. He picked up the drawer but fell over and spilled all the change. So they're trying to embarrass him online, I guess. Like, yeah, he just smashed into a fish shop. It's going to be slippery.
Right. So, wait a minute. So she owns the fish shop. Fish shop, not like I like aquariums. Not an essential business though.
Well, she goes on to say, and I think that's why that I brought it. I've kind of brought this article. Is I just can't believe someone would do this. We're here 7 days a week to help people out who need their fish food.
Okay.
So that's why they're an essential business, is because they're selling food for pets, which I guess you could argue, yes, but you could also just have a delivery service for that. You could, but then maybe that's asking too much of people. I'm surprised at all the stuff that's essential. I think Greggs have started reopening now, and you could argue that they're a food that they sell food.
Well, I was surprised that like McDonald's and that closed, because takeouts have been able to be open all the time. It's just like close the restaurant and keep the drive-thru open.
Yeah, it's just I think they would obviously lose a lot of money from staying open because less people would be doing it.
You just put less
so they're
staff
just saving money. But they are opening up again, I believe. They're testing it at the moment. Yeah, they're trying to open up for deliveries only, I think I heard on a radio today. So maybe they'll do that with tropical fish. It's really bad.
Got
We've even been the McFish.
It's a barracuda.
Really it's a fucking snow leopard.
Yeah.
Snow leopard. We do other things as well as fish.
Seems weird for a place with such a low turnover that she left 250 quid in the till.
Yeah, well, you could argue that's her float. That's what's needed for change.
250 quid?
Average. Yeah, well, we used to have it 20 quid a waiter at a restaurant at a minimum, and that would probably add up to about 250 quid on the company. Could understand that maybe. Hey, some fish are expensive. Fucking
fish food,
there's a massive koi in there. That's true. But again, it seems weird that people would go into a pet shop for retail fish food.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like you could just deliver it. But again, people adapting under the situations, you can understand it's stressful. She goes and says, it's just really bad. We've even been dropping food off for vulnerable people. And then this happens. It's heartbreaking, to be honest. So she's been giving fish food to the elderly. That's what I read from that. Maybe she's saying independently she was doing charity, give food, throw food at doors. Yeah.
They also sell
like it's fish
like
food.
live food, Daphnia, bloodworm. Like, could you give that to
start
the old
working
people?
at a German zoo and just start flogging off all the things. Snails, yeah, sell everything, but we're not there yet.
No,
I don't think we'll be there.
No,
there's too much processed food. Has been stopped. 1 sec. Just reboot that. Elsewhere in Stoke, families have reacted with anger after a council tenant complained about the grass not being cut outside his Stoke-on-Trent home, despite still paying council tax. So there's a guy infuriated that the grass outside his house is growing. Ah! And he's like, we're still paying council tax. They're not fucking coming around here and cutting what's going on.
So strange. I get it, but like, really, like when it comes down to it, you pay council tax for a lot of things. Most of it is not cutting the grass outside your house. Like emptying your bins. If they weren't emptying your bins, fair enough. But like, fucking just if you've got a lawnmower. I like when I lived with my mum and dad. Like they had grass verges outside pretty much every house, and I can't. And the council would come round at a push if they got long, but most of the people on our street were just went out and did it themselves.
Yeah. Well, just who cares?
Yeah.
I'm the wrong person to ask because I'll happily live in a house that has grass outside it.
Yeah.
But like, if you're that stressed by it, you can cut it with a pair of scissors if you want. Just go out and deal with it.
Well, that's so just it. Just go and do it. I don't understand if you're capable of doing something and it's bothering you so much that it's not done, why you wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's the principle of it, because I'm paying for it and they're not doing it. It's like, well, okay, but these are weird times. Cutting the grass isn't exactly a high priority.
I mean, I went to a pharmacy last week or something, and there was council employees doing like ride-on lawnmower stuff on roundabouts and stuff like that. And as I was going past, I was like, it feels like that's not particularly necessary. But then you go, hey, if people still want to work, let them work, and if that's what they want to do,
that's the thing. It's keeping people in work. But a lot of them will have been like furloughed or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, seems a little bit intense, but that's my same argument about traffic, about small talk, about complaints, about complaining about anything. Maybe that's what it is. That's my frustration with it, is if it bothers you, why don't you fix it or deal with it or get over it?
Yeah.
If it's I'm too black and white with so much stuff where it's outside of my control, so I just completely sideswipe it and be like, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, that's traffic. Oh, can you believe that politician lied? Well, all politicians lie, so that's kind of irrelevant. Yeah. Can you believe there was so much traffic? There's a lot of people in the world. What the fuck do you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
Move on. Oh, the weather's bad. Fucking the cosmos. Just chill out. It's fine. Rain's fine.
I'm so beyond like waiting for other people to fix my problems now. Like that's all it seems to be, and it's just like you're perfectly capable of solving this situation yourself.
Yeah.
Why aren't you doing it?
Self-accountability. I mean, I knew someone who was a plumber. I knew someone through someone who was a plumber for the council. Yeah. And his sink in his house broke. But instead of fixing it himself, he called the council to send somebody round. He said, like, someone needs to come around and fix this sink. It's like, you're the council plumber. Yeah, but I'm off today, so why don't you come around and fix it?
It's really stupid.
I understand that it's shit, you've more work, but you go, it's easier to fix it than to, move on.
I know people that fix potholes outside their house. And it's like, that's an extra step, but like, well done.
I disagree with that. I can just imagine people putting porridge in it and being like, it's filled now.
No, but they're not council workers, but they're workmen, like brickies and whatever. Like they do a proper job of it. They do it because they know how to do it.
Yeah. Well, that becomes a more complex thing about quality control or whatever.
Yeah.
But the point is, if there's something that you can fix in your life that you're upset about, just fucking fix it instead of complaining about it. But again, this whole podcast is about how much we procrastinate about not doing the things that we supposedly want to do. So I imagine there's an element of that as well. I don't know. Let's stop trying to rationalize things. Stop it! So yeah, basically that's what that article was about. Went on to say that... No, lawnmower.
Oh, lawnmower
man. The 57-year-old who is considering clubbing together with us residents to buy a lawnmower said the council's neglecting its grass cutting duties. He doesn't have one, but it's not like a huge patch of grass, I don't think. And again, who cares? But different things are valued.
You must know somebody with a lawn. Somebody.
Yeah. Well, maybe you don't want to talk to your neighbours. I don't know. Do you remember our neighbour in at uni? He was like a weird, I think he was a Polish, no, he was a Stoke-on-Trent guy with a weird Polish wife.
Okay.
And he seems to have all of the body disposing tools that you needed.
Yeah.
That coincidentally we needed.
Were we
like,
convinced
have you got a shovel?
He had like a mail order bride?
That's what we thought, I think, at the time. Yeah. Which is probably just, us being judgmental, but it does fit the stereotype. But anyway, Alan Buckley, you know Alan Buckley, just some guy, said, "Get a life, Paul. Long grass is the least of the worries at the moment, and in any case, dandelions and daisies are good for the bees and the environment."
It's true.
For God's sakes, Paul, the dandelions are great for bees. Shut up. It's like he really knew what he believed in.
Yeah.
He made that flag himself. Like, I know what I'm talking about. Fucking respect the bees, Paul. Just either give the bees more dandelions or shut the fuck up. The council did respond. They said, "While we appreciate long grass might be frustrating," what a patronising sentence. "We understand. Long grass is really frustrating. But keeping the public safe is our number one priority right now, which includes delivering personal care to 3,000 elderly across the city.
Right.
We'll look into the complaint regarding the grass cutting." So yeah, easily resolved. Just, I don't know, some guy got so upset that a newspaper reported it. "My grass! Yes. Stop the press! This guy's got grass!" Yeah. Other people around the world, or I think this was still in the UK, police are keen to offer words of advice to a walker who has been dressing as a 17th century plague doctor and walking around the place.
I heard that police were looking for him.
To give him words of advice.
Oh.
Not to arrest him. He's not doing anything wrong.
No, he's just in a
They just want to give
costume.
him some advice. You should invest in Tesla right now.
The price is
Plague doctor.
really low.
Yeah, for people that don't know, it's you've seen it in horror films more and more, I think. But it's basically like a crow's face mask with like a really long nose.
Yeah.
Dressed in like quite thick cotton clothing, I think. So like very old medievally kind of peasant clothing, but with a cloak and a big mask. I think it's like fitted as if it was a gas mask, so it's kind of sealed. And it was apparently meant to originally prevent the plague from being breathed in.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think it worked because it was just a mask. The unidentified individual wearing a long black cloak, hat and pointed beak has been spotted in the Norwich suburb of Hellersden in recent weeks. People posting on a community Facebook page taking photos of this crow beak guy, putting it on a Facebook group, people freaking out. Said the outfit could frighten children, with Norfolk police saying they wanted to give the guy some words of advice. "Don't scare the children! Everyone's dying! Don't scare the children!" Jade Gosball, 21, took a photograph of the person walking around. She said, "It was like 20 degrees. He was wearing a full black suit. It just looked ridiculous. It's clearly for attention or something like that, because normal people just wouldn't do that." So that she's trying to make the point that it wasn't casual attire. This guy was obviously doing it to provoke. Which, coming from the metal community growing up, we used to wear like non-normal clothing as you walked around.
Yeah.
I got asked many times why I'm wearing fingerless gloves for no reason.
Yeah, it seems like he's just having a laugh.
Yeah, just cheer up.
Yeah.
He's not, but he's terrifying children. Okay, fair enough.
Is he?
I was sitting there.
Or is he terrifying you when you're telling people he's terrifying children?
He's just going for a walk, mate.
Yeah. It's cold outside.
He's just making fun. I mean, there was a whole thing about when this all started about people going around in those inflatable Tyrannosaurus Rex costumes.
Yeah.
And using those to quarantine. And people are like, "Oh, ha, ha, that's hilarious. Kids are terrified of dinosaurs." Don't do that. I imagine they are. They should be. It should be ingrained in you somehow.
Yeah.
To see beasts with teeth or whatever. She said, "I was sitting there and I was getting angry myself as my mum has a phobia of masks. I know that even in
Just
daylight."
masks.
Just masks in general.
Must be
Jim
having
Carrey.
a fucking awful time at the minute.
Yeah, just all these face masks. So she's like, "Oh, my mum's going to be terrified if she bumped into him in broad daylight. So think of the children. The children are going to be terrified." She said, "I was told that if I see him again, I should call the police. Quick, there's a guy wearing a face mask."
I don't know
Quick.
if it says anything about like my response to danger. Like I have like quite a strong flight response, I think.
Right.
But like, if I saw that, like, if I see someone in a weird costume, it never makes me like freak out. Like, my brain is instantly like, that's a guy in a costume, and that's it. That's
it's some
like,
kind
I
of
might
evil
look, be
plague
like,
beast.
oh, you don't see that every day. That's a bit weird or whatever. But like, it doesn't. It never like puts me on edge.
But then again, different people, different phobias.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out. I need to explore what my phobias could be. Oh, I know that one of them is already accidental pregnancy. If I accidentally get myself pregnant, I'm going to freak the fuck out. Just go, what do I do?
Yeah.
I've got to befriend Danny DeVito and go on some kind of massive escapade. It's the only answer. Officers have been made aware of the individual who was seen walking around wearing a plague outfit. Yeah, although no offences have been committed at this time, officers are keen to trace the individual in order
to wear
to
a
provide.
costume.
Exactly.
Never. Every street performer would be arrested.
There's a grey area towards what, you know, so long as it doesn't overtly make everybody uncomfortable. I mean, if you walk around holding an axe and covered in blood,
yeah,
you know,
and it's not
maybe
Halloween.
That's not right. Yeah, it's like it's somewhat, you know, needs to be. But this is just a plague outfit. You need to know the context in order to get to be freaked out by it. Unless you're just like, oh, that mask is weird. She must fucking love Halloween.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just trying to find him so they can give him some advice.
What advice is that?
I guess just like, you know, we know you're not doing anything wrong, but, you know, some people are getting uncomfortable. Maybe, you know, paint a rainbow flag on the mask. I don't know, make it bright white. I don't know, make it a bit more child friendly.
Have you thought about maybe a pigeon instead of a crow?
Pigeons are more, I mean, they do carry the plague, etc., but they're a bit more fluffy and people are more used to them.
Oh,
dude.
dude.
Shit on someone as you're flying around, you'll be fine.
We had one fly into our house this week. But like not like inside the house,
lockdown.
Flew into the house like against the wall and like broke its neck. And like Vix was like absolutely terrified. She didn't know like what the fuck to do. I was like,
what to do with a broken neck pigeon?
Like walking around like that, like just.
What do I do?
I went outside and it was pretty much dead by the time I got there. But it's the first fatality I've seen caused by this house.
So far, we'll see how your mental health goes.
Yeah, I started looking into like how pigeons mate, like if they're making sure they don't like mate for life or anything like that. Like, because like if one dies, it's like, well, is there going to be another one there waiting for it to get home? It's like, oh, he's a bit late. Like, you know.
Well, if they do mate for life, I've got to break out the broken neck pigeon outfit and go find this guy's lover. What if you found that out to be true? I'll dress as
a crow, and then I can blend in.
Yeah, that's what that plague doctor was doing. trying to repopulate the broken neck pigeon community.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one I find funny, although, you know, is still wrong. I'll never not find it funny. A Texas park ranger advising revelers at a lake to practice social distancing was pushed into the lake.
Yeah, I saw this one.
Now, obviously, look, she shouldn't have been pushed in the lake, but there's something so great about being told something and your response is to push them in a lake. Yeah, I understand, but you're in the lake now.
Yeah.
The world is different. Same as helicopter crashes. I just find them inherently funny.
Yeah.
I've never seen a helicopter crash that I thought was it's like sad. It's like, that's fucking hilarious. Just can't be manipulated. Yeah, it's my reaction to being manipulated into feeling something.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned last week, I'm still trying to figure out what adorableness is. And I think it would be good to do kind of like a weekly wipe style show that goes through all the things that are meant to be adorable and just tearing them apart in some stupid way. Yeah. It's the same exact thing. If someone's trying to make me feel maternal, I can't. Just no. Unless it's, you know, yeah. Even then, it's not adorableness. It's just I feel like Afterlife Season 2 came out, and that's got a black German Shepherd in it. I have a black German Shepherd. She reacts to the dog on the telly and that. And when I see like, oh, you know, the dog's jumping around, I'd be like, oh, I can start thinking. And the show's about death. I can start to think about like my reactions to different things. But it's not maternal. It's just a bit of like. It's a bit of vulnerability, but it's not maternal. I need to figure out what it is. And it's the same thing with, people being shoved in lakes and dying in helicopter crashes. It's like, don't try and make me feel sad for you. Yeah. I love swimming. I love fires or whatever. Compressed metal into your skin. That's what Terminator was. Disperse yourselves, Stillwell can be heard saying in the video. So they filmed it. You're not engaging in the 6 feet of distance with each other. A reveller responded, I got you, man. I got you. Then somebody pushed her into a lake. I'd tell you, that was what I wanted to do for your stag do. That was going to be my present for me, was pushing you into a lake. Tried to make a big plan.
Was there a lake? Were there any lakes? No.
No, I was gonna like dig one or something. But the thing is, it was near like a shooting range. It's like, I didn't want to push you into a shooting range. It's just like, yeah. But that was the original plan, was somewhere with a lake so I can push you in a lake.
Right.
Basically, it's always good fun.
Yeah.
In other news, this kind of follows on from something we spoke about before about police using drones. And people being pissed off that drones were being used to monitor social distancing. Well, in America, they're starting to do it more and more with the homeless. So
they're using the homeless as drones.
Yeah. No, because homeless people are perceived to not have ready access to hand sanitizer, soap, washing facilities, toilets, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And, social distancing is not going to be a top of their priorities. Police are instead using drones to police the homeless. Which is there's a few different things there. One, there's a stereotype that homeless people are paranoid about government conspiracies. And then suddenly there's robots in the sky telling them to disperse. And dropping hand sanitizer, water or something, I don't know. But there's also just it seems really inhumane, because but that's the same with a zoo, isn't it? It's just don't go near these people, they will infect you. It's just there is people, you can still yell at them from afar.
Yeah. And
you could arrest them, I guess, but I guess that's that weird grey line of if people don't social distance, what do you do? You can't put all of them in prison. You can just say, please, for your own sake, stay indoors. That's why this whole there was all those protests in America. I understand that some people for some reason are protesting it or whatever, but what can you do? You can't just you can't store them anywhere. You just got to be you're making the wrong choice.
Yeah.
Just stay indoors, otherwise you're making this whole thing worse. So yeah, don't. The way that it was worded, I quite liked. In southern Maryland, they're flying new drones fitted with loudspeakers and live cameras for their mission to monitor people in homeless encampments and broadcast public health announcements from the sky. Stay indoors, wash your hands. The sky.
I was looking for drone accessories and stuff, and the loudspeaker one was so tempting. I
Good evening.
Probably invest at some point. Just because there's no accountability, because no one knows it's you.
You're just talking to people from the sky.
Yeah.
People are getting confused. Especially if you go, I don't know how high, domestic drones go, but if you can't really see it, but you can hear a faint voice coming from the sky. There's someone trapped up there.
Yeah, it's 150 meters, I think, is the highest you're allowed to go.
Because of planes and shit.
Yeah, which is actually surprisingly high. I don't think until you actually go up, I don't think you realise how high that actually is. About 400 feet, something like that.
Yeah,
which is a good.
But you
chunk.
still see the drone. Maybe you wouldn't. Maybe It'd be interesting to see how much of the drone you can see at that height.
You can see it as just as a dot, though.
Yeah. Was that old prank that kids used to do in the 50s or something, where they drop, not the 50s, but they drop some kind of walkie-talkie down a well? It was in the Simpsons once.
Yeah. The Bart Simpson
that kind of thing. Yeah, now they could do it in the sky.
Yeah.
There's
a kid in the sky.
Oh, that reminds me, actually, there's a load of, not a load of uproar, but complaints about The Simpsons being on the Disney Channel thing.
Why?
Because they did this with television broadcasts of it as well. They're all edited.
What?
So, really funny moments in the show that are somehow deemed inappropriate on some level are cut out. And as a veteran of watching a lot of shows, you watch it, you be like, hang on, they cut something out of this completely.
Oh.
And it was like a really unnecessary comment about like impotence. It was like, what? Why is this?
What? Oh.
It seems really strange.
Fuck that. That's
I noticed it doubly.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I did it on. I started trying out the Now TV subscription service.
Yeah.
Because it was like free for a week, and I wanted to rewatch Billions, and they just cut. I don't know whether it was coincidental. They uploaded it corrupted or something, but they felt like they cut out like one of the funniest parts of one of the series, and all it was saying that a guy was banned for life from Boy Scouts. And they just cut it out. And it's so jolting just to be like, I don't understand. But I guess that's a reason to buy it on DVD, right?
Yeah.
You get it edited.
It's the only place.
It's just such a stupid edit.
People are just determined to just wipe out culture based on how they feel about it. It's pathetic.
Yeah. Just seems like I don't know. It's a different world. You can't make the same comments on a broadcast network, I guess, that you could in the 90s or 2000s.
No one's editing films from the 30s where they're hitting women.
Yeah, this is true. They're still being on telly. But then The Simpsons is a family show. They're making a spin-off of The Simpsons on the Disney Channel, I saw.
Oh, good.
Like
I'm
a
sure
Maggie
no one will
Simpson.
watch that.
Yeah, Maggie Simpson short film where she goes on a date. Like, that's more inappropriate than impotence. I mean, come on.
It needs to end now. It needs to die.
Well, I just would have expected if you're paying the subscription service that it would be unedited.
I'd be fucked
That's the
off.
thing.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I can understand if it was broadcast, maybe that's still stupid, but if you're paying monthly for something and they're not giving you the full product, it seems daft. But yeah, I was watching Westworld as well. I gave that another rewatch. That's still another good show. Oh, The Last Kingdom season 4's come out, and it's still fucking brilliant. If anybody wants
is that a
good
Netflix one or is that an Amazon one? Or
Netflix. It's so I've ranted about it since it came out. It's fucking brilliant. It's what Game of Thrones should have been, is how I phrased it. What I mean by that is it's not magical fantasy, but it's set in like the, I think, turn of the century or 800, 900 AD, about the whole Viking invasion. And King Arthur, but it's just done, it's just, the storytelling is so fucking good, and the way it's done is just so good. And I'm always happy when a series doesn't dip. Like, it goes from being like Billions, for example. The first 3 seasons are absolutely brilliant, and then the 4th season just becomes this weird shit franchise catchphrase filled bollocks, where you're just like, what happened? Something massively has changed here. Why have you suddenly gone all crap? Same as Game of Thrones, same as all these other things. But It's Always Sunny is the only show that I've seen that's maintained it for every season. Is still gold. Yeah, still done so well.
It's them and like South Park's running a similar way. It's like it's the same guys. Yeah, it's just the same.
Well,
guys.
it's just they're doing it for their own fun, and it just works. So they just keep on doing it, as opposed to people looking for funding or whatever, or like people lose out. I mean, there was a whole thing with Community as well. If you watched that, where the creator was fired after a certain amount of seasons, and then there was another season. Like, this is just trying to imitate.
Season 1 to 3, great. Season 4, just what the fuck, and then 5 and 6, imitation. Great again.
Yeah, because they brought him back. Yeah, it's just like, it's just, there's a whole obligation to continue making film and television even if it's not good. That it's like, well, people will still watch it. So, oh yeah, great.
That's not a good reason to do it.
Yeah. Anyway, in other news, keepers at Tokyo's Sumida Aquarium, which has been closed since the 1st of March, are basically asking people to video conference in so that the eels can remember what people look like.
Well, that's 2 gone from my list.
Oh, really?
Between the fucking Texas Ranger and the eels. Yeah.
These ones I just found just before we recorded as well. I was like, I haven't got enough. Just find these real quick.
Yeah.
So as you probably know, the eels are forgetting that humans are friendly and can be trusted.
Yeah.
So they're
so
Skyping
that when
in
people come back to the zoo eventually, or the aquarium or whatever, the eels won't come out and look at them. They'll retreat.
Yeah. But animals don't see television the same way that we do. Like, they don't see it as a person. Like, if my dog hears my voice over the phone, depending on the quality, she may react. But It has to be of a good quality for anything to happen.
Yeah.
And I imagine with vision, it's going to be even worse. It just seems daft. So yeah, why not Skype into, was it Tokyo Aquariums?
Yeah.
And lastly, you said you had that as well. Was there anything else on that? I don't know how much I saw.
No. There wasn't a lot else.
No. Cool. Well, then lastly from me, on to Saddington. Just thought I'd pop into there because there wasn't that much news. I don't know why I find this funny. I imagine he did it with sadness. That's all. A man has admitted to arson over a shopping centre fire.
Oh.
And yeah, it was me. Setting fire to a place because he's sad, accepting consequences because he's sad, and then just, oh dear.
I was at least 2 meters away.
Yeah, I was burning the virus away, wasn't I?
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. So yeah, in Saddington, watch out because you might be on fire.
Singed
But at
my
least you'll be able to
feathers.
admit to it. No, my plague mask. And that's me for this week.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm down to 2.
Okay.
A man has been arrested in Colorado after mistakenly depositing 2 bags of cocaine at the bank.
What?
So they have these like drive-through banks, apparently, where you go, you drive up to it, and you put your card in, so they know what account it is, I guess, and then you put your money in a tube. And he put 2 bags of cocaine in there by mistake, along with his money, and they called the police. Yeah.
Police! There's bags of dust. At least they did it in the UK one. You have to put it into those weird little coin bags.
Yeah.
It's like just spooning cocaine into a small pouch, putting it aside. That's about 20 grand worth. All right.
I guess you keep cocaine with your notes. That makes a bit of sense.
Maybe.
It's just in his pocket.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Got
they investigated and found more at his home. So, yeah.
Found it in his piggy bank. Just loads of coke.
I get
he had a vending machine
between
filled
money
with
and cocaine. If I've got one, I've always got the other.
He come in, he sneezes, loads of coins fall out of his nose. This guy's got some different issues going on.
Nice. And finally, a woman's fallen to her death in Turkey while posing for a photo to celebrate the end of the lockdown measures.
That's the other golden classic for me. You've got helicopter crashes, apparently aquariums exploding, and falling off a cliff. I think falling off cliffs are still they're a thing of amazement. So beautiful.
She was a tour guide. She knew the place quite well, and she stepped over the barrier and slipped on the grass and fell off the cliff.
And again, you just go like it's understandable that you should stay behind the barrier. There's not that big of a difference. It's just people, posing for photos, trying to get that Instagram click.
Yeah,
I guess. So, hey, if that's the social media, maybe that's something I can get behind. Maybe that's the social presence I have to have.
Yeah,
is people falling to their death.
But the report got some weird quotes. Alyssa's relatives told us Alicia was a smart and cheerful person. She set goals and made them happen.
Okay. Congratulations. Then I guess
her friends have
here's
been
your certificate.
Her friends have been paying tribute on social media. One wrote, "Alicia always loved the sea."
She did like a good swim. I mean, she loved ethereal existence.
Loved swimming from a great height.
Swimming, falling. What's the difference?
Just bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, still hilarious way to go.
Yeah.
I think
There's a bit of it's like contained chaos, I think, falling off a cliff.
Contained in the air briefly.
Yeah.
And then
you're not affecting anyone else. It's not a big kind of look at me thing. It's particularly if you're on top of the cliff with them, it's like you turn around and they're gone.
Yeah. I think it's that arrogance against nature as well, I think.
You'll never think that you'll be the one to fall, I think. And it's that thing again of like, well, if you think about falling, you're going to fall.
And it's just that realization where you think, you know what? I don't have to obey the rules.
Yeah.
And then suddenly nature just reminds you gently of, yes, you fucking do.
Very gently.
It just always feels so magical when it happens. I think it's what it is. The same with helicopters. You'd be like, I can float in the sky. No, you fucking can't. The arrogance of you to even try.
Yeah.
You just go, yeah, fair enough, I guess. But you deserve everything that came to you. You took a chance. It didn't work out. You just have to not live to fight another day, but just accept the consequences of your actions.
Yeah.
That's the way to phrase it.
Yeah. But Alicia, dead at whatever her age was.
0 feet. Dead at sea level.
Yeah.
Alive above sea level briefly, and then
briefly.
And then just fell.
Yeah. But that's me.
That was good then.
Yeah.
That's you. Yeah. Eels, fucking films, television, Simpsons, Last Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you finish You, by the way? I can't remember.
No, not yet. I'm about 3/4 of the way through season 2. Is it season 2?
Yeah.
There's only how many seasons are there?
2. Yeah,
2.
It's 2 at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still high on the recommendation
Still great.
list.
Chris, which one was he in season 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was great in that. Like really good.
Yeah, Chris D'Elia's a really weird comic for me because there's some stuff that I can't quite.
I find him funny.
His interaction with people.
I'm just not
good.
much for his stand-up. Like I find him funny in conversation.
Yeah, I get that. That's kind of the similar feeling I've got. But then there's some stand-up bits where I really like. But yeah, it just seems, I don't know. I feel like he's playing towards a different audience, I guess, than me. But he's still, especially on podcasts, he's pretty good. It's nice he's funny. But yeah, he was good in. He was very good in You. So
yeah,
always good.
Anytime he's with Brian Callen as well.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Brian Callen.
I haven't watched his stand-ups.
I think I showed you one years and years ago.
Long time ago.
But yeah, still good. But again, just the nice little chemistry between everybody is always good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm at Nick Snip.
I am at Sing It Steve.
Yeah, we're at Pulling Teeth Pod on Twitter and Instagram.
You
we're
can
the Pulling Teeth Podcast on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, you can email us at wisdom@pullingteethpodcast.com. Send us news bits and videos and anything else you want us to look over and laugh at.
Yeah, always good for a bit of interaction. And we've got the website, www.pullingteethpodcast.com, if you want to see all of our videos, all of our highlights. Yeah. Contact us on there as well if you like. And follow us on YouTube if you need 2 floating heads in the background while you're working or whatever. That's true. I'm going to try and I still feel weird about asking people to subscribe on YouTube, but it feels like it should be done. I imagine it's going to help. Yeah, at the top of every episode, hey, you should subscribe on YouTube. Yeah. Smash that like. I watched an episode of ours in full this week, which is different. Oh. Like for a long time I listened to them all. But I actually watched one in full this week. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's always. Was it good? Yeah. Yeah. It was fucking horrible. No, it's fine. I think I don't. A lot of people say they have this aversion to seeing themselves or watching themselves or whatever. Like I do, and I don't really find it arrogant. It's just I'm interested in this thing that we made. Yeah, I'm just critical of it when I watch back. It's like watching a sports reel back. Yeah. I just go like, at the moment, I'm still using an old camera that's got a recording time of half an hour and apparently a battery life of 45 minutes. Yeah. So I'm just like, need to get a new camera with longer battery life and all that kind of stuff. And then I'd be like, that bit there could be an idea to expand upon. That's probably a bit bad. But yeah, so I don't use it. I don't watch it to like have a great time. Kick back and relax. I just watch it to go, how can we improve, kind of thing. Yeah. But I've never really been that self-conscious just because I don't care. I guess. No. So, yeah. I wouldn't watch myself in front of other people. I think that's where it gets weird. Right. Maybe that feels odd to me. Yeah, maybe. I guess if you were, say, you're at a house party and an episode of You was on, you'd feel it would be a bit strange. Yeah. I mean, we appreciate the views, but don't need to do that right now. Yeah. But, cool. That's this week. So fun week. Try and figure out some fun stuff. I still want to do some other smaller, different type of another weird type of series. I think would be quite fun to do as a project during this whole lockdown thing.
Yeah.
So I might try and still look into that. But yeah, fun week.
Mm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Catch you next week.
Next week.
Fun times.